Hi everyone, I'm here to show you how to use the new Team Allegheny's VolunteerHub website. So to get started, you don't have to download any apps or anything like that, and you can do this on a desktop, a laptop, tablet, mobile device, anything that basically has a connection to the internet in a web browser. So what we're going to do, we're going to select a web browser. You can choose anything. It can be Safari, Internet Explorer. I'm going to choose Google Chrome. So you're going to go ahead and click on that and then type in the website, which is tatx.core.volunteerhub.com. And this will take us to the main homepage for the site. And you can see some basic information about Team Allegheny's. You can click to read more about the organization, what they do. You'll also be able to view events as they are posted. Once you create an account, you'll be able to sign up for those events, see all the details, contact the person who's coordinating that. But first things first, you need to make an account. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and click in the bottom right, create account. And then make a username. So this can be anything you want. I'll just use my name for this purpose. Select a password. It doesn't have to be a certain length. You don't have to use special characters. Just make sure it's something that you can remember. And if you're like me, you might have the same password for everything, which IT tells me is a no-no. But let's try to remember our password and hit next. The next page here is join code. So this is essentially a code which you can type in. I have them all listed below, and this will automatically put you in that group or that committee team. So if you are already a member of the uniform committee, you're going to type in member. If you are on the fundraising committee, you can type in fund, and so on and so forth. Now, if you're brand new, you're not on a committee yet, you don't even know what these committees are all about, let's just leave that blank then. Go ahead and skip that and just hit next. It'll take you to the next page in the application, which is our affiliations. So this is a little bit long, I apologize, but what we are asking is for you to check off every item that applies to you. So your connection to donation. Now some of these here in the middle are going to be core volunteer related. So if you aren't a core volunteer, you have no interest in volunteering with me, shame on you. But if you don't have any interest in volunteering, that's really fine. Just leave them blank. But if any of these do pertain to you, please check them, especially your connection to donation. That's always good information for us to have. Or if you don't have a personal connection, you can go ahead and just select that you're a donation supporter. That's okay too. Then you can hit next, and this is pretty self-explanatory, guys. So you are going to fill in your information, your name, date of birth, contact number, email, home address, etc. And then towards the bottom, you will get into some Team Allegheny specific questions. So now, if you aren't a part of a committee already, but you have an interest in one, you know what fundraising already is, and you think you would be an asset to that team or interested in helping out, you can select that here. Also, let us know if you're interested in participating in the games. If you aren't sure, you can select that also. It's just helpful for us to get an idea of how many people might be willing to travel, interested in traveling, competing, etc. So please check that if you are interested. Also, if you're willing to share your basic information, which is essentially that contact information that you just completed, if you are okay with sharing that just with members of the team, please select yes. It's not going to be, given out for solicitations. You're not going to be hit with all kinds of spam mail, but it is helpful for members of the team to be able to connect with one another. So if you're willing to release that information, I highly recommend that you select yes. And last here is about your mobile phone. So if at the top of the page your contact number was not a mobile device, maybe you have a landline, you prefer being reached by your home phone, that's fine. But if you have a mobile phone, that would be really helpful if you could enter that information here. And that would be specifically used for the games. So if the team is traveling and there's important updates, information that needs to be shared in a timely fashion versus, sending an email and hoping that somebody is checking it immediately, that would be really great if you could share your cell phone number here for those purposes. So once you have all of that completed, and if it has a little red asterisk, you need to fill that out. So once you have the page completely done, you hit next, and bada bing, your account is created. Now I'm not going to fill all this out again, but I will show you what the page looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and hit sign in. Going to type in a username and password that I kind of made up just as a dummy account. And I'm in. So again, it pretty much looks the same. Now we can see, one of the upcoming events is the comedy show. So moving forward, you'll see different meetings, upcoming fundraisers, things like that posted here where you can select it, read all the information. How can you get tickets? What time is it? Who's hosting the event, or who is the appropriate contact person. You can even click them and then very easily send them an email if you have further questions versus just kind of sending an email out randomly and not knowing if that's the right person. You'll always see that contact person for a particular event, meeting, activity, whatever, will be listed at the bottom. So I think that's really helpful, or at least it has been for us at CORE. So all you have to do, if you want to sign up, now for this particular event, it is ticketed, so you would have to move forward with purchasing a ticket. But if you want to show that you are going to be attending, you can select sign up. It'll have you confirm your information, and then that's it. You'll receive additional email confirmations, sometimes a thank you note. And it's also helpful if, say it's a meeting, or something is changed last minute, maybe something's come up, the meeting's postponed, then we can communicate that information out very quickly by seeing a roster of everyone who's signed up. We can send emails out directly to all of you, or even text messages if you select that you permit receiving text messages too. So a really cool feature. Just trying to think of other things that might be helpful. If your information changes at any time, you can always update that. If you hit the 3 bars here at the top, you can hit update profile, and maybe your contact number's changed or your email has been updated. You can always update that whenever you need to, which is great. You can also view your hours. So this is a dummy account, just kind of made it to show you guys how it works, but you can view your hours. So if that's something that you want to track, if you're tracking community service or anything like that for other reasons, you can always view your list of activities, which is cool. Something else, you can enter join codes at any time. So maybe you decided, oh my gosh, I forgot, I totally want to be in the Community Outreach Committee. You can type in CO and hit join, and then look at that, you've been updated there. So of course we can add you at any time, but if you kind of want to take the lead and enter yourself in, you can do that whenever it's convenient for you. You can also update your password by selecting change password. Maybe you hate whatever password you initially put in, but you can update that at any time. And let's see. You can also view your schedule. So if you sign up for some activities, and you get really excited, you sign up for a million things and you forget, you can click the 3 bars again and select my schedule to view your upcoming events and activities. So it's pretty simple. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or any of the leadership members of Team Alleghenies, your presidents, Kathy or Colleen Grimm, Melissa Bell. Any of them will either be able to help answer your questions or they can direct you to me where I can help you out.